Hi you guys. I did record this video earlier. However, I did want to come on here and say something really quick. I do talk in this video a little bit about depression and, things you can do to help you with your depression, right? Now, the thing about me is that people are notorious for putting words in my mouth or thinking that I'm saying something that I'm not, okay? So with that being said, I wanted to just go ahead and clear any possible misconceptions up now. These are things that I did to help myself, okay? You know your body better. If you need to see a doctor, see a doctor. If you need to see a physician, see a physician. If you need to see a therapist, see a therapist. If you need to take medication, okay? By all means. The only reason why I'm coming out with this video is because medication didn't work for me. Therapy worked, but medication did not, okay? I got myself into a better place on my own through doing certain things that helped lift me up throughout the day. And I am here to share those things with you. However, I do just want to be completely honest with you guys and say that this is not a cure-all, okay? Especially if you have like some sort of mental illness or something, all right? So please do always check with a doctor, a therapist, whatever, all right, before doing anything. And hopefully that's a good enough disclaimer for this video. Again, you know your body better than I do. So this is just what I did. All right. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Hi, you guys. How are you? And welcome back to my channel. I wanted to talk to you guys today about raising your vibrations. And I personally feel like I'm the perfect one to talk to you about this because I have literally dealt with depression my entire life, okay? Until just recently. And I dealt with like severe depression, okay? So when the tools that I'm about to give you are things that I use personally, and it has kept me in a very good high vibrational state of just being happy and vibrant, right? And ultimately that's what we want, because when we are happy and vibrant and we are creating more happiness and more vibrancy in our life. Is that a word? Vibrancy? We're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it. So the better you feel, the more you're bringing into your life to feel even better, right? 111. If you feel bad all the time, if you feel depressed all the time, you are literally not doing yourself any favors, okay? For my whole life, I struggled with serious, very severe depression, okay? I was hospitalized a couple times because of it. And I've, tried every medication underneath the sun, tried a whole bunch of things, okay? It wasn't until I started trying these specific tools that I started maybe, I'm going to say like a month ago. Don't hold me on that timeline because I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I have not experienced any depression in like a month, right? So these are my tools for getting myself into a better position, a better vibration, a higher vibration, what I'd like to call a happy Angie, okay? I want to help you become a happy you, all right? So here are some tools that I use. First of all, every single day, like clockwork, 2:22, I wake up and I think about all the things that I'm grateful for. And if there's one thing I learned, like fear, anxiety, depression cannot live in a grateful heart. If your heart is filled with gratitude, depression, anxiety, stress cannot come live in the same heart that gratitude fills. It can't. I don't know what the science is behind it, but it's impossible. Okay? So the first thing I do when I wake up is I just put myself in a better mood by expressing gratitude. Okay? The second thing I do is I just, and it's going to be different for everybody. Obviously, if you don't have kids, then you can't do this next part. But I like waking my kids up by tickling them, you know, and kissing their cheek or kissing their neck and just tickling them. Like, that's the best way to wake up kids. I love waking up my kids that way. I love seeing them wake up laughing and joyful and excited and ready for the day, 3:33. Instead of like waking them up like, get your ass up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they wake up and they're in a bad mood. You're in a bad mood. They're in a bad mood. Okay. The next thing I do is, you know, throughout the day, it's, natural to be triggered a little bit, you know, have certain things happen or certain people do things or you know, things that are out of your control happen. And you're like, it puts me in such a bad place. Okay. Some of the tools that I use to put myself in a better place is, again, exercise, being grateful. All right. Another thing that has really helped me is I have like a pick-me-up music list on YouTube, music that I listen to that put me in a really, really good mood, right? I also listen to this list when I take my kids to school in the morning, you know? So that list is right there when I take them to school and drive back home, and I'm listening to it and I'm lifting myself up, all right? Putting yourself in a better place is your job, okay? And the only way it's going to happen is if you do it. You can't sit there and say, I want to be in a better mood. I want to be put in a better mood. I want to be in a better place. I want to be in a high vibrational place. Yet at the same time, you're doing absolutely nothing to put yourself in a better place, okay? So it's one thing to say it. It's another thing to actually physically do something to put you in a better place, right? You have the capability of putting yourself in a better place, period. Okay, you do. You do. You do. You have the capability. The next thing I like to do is every morning, or, well, I cannot sit here and tell you that I do this every morning because that would be a lie. Sometimes I do it in the morning, sometimes I do it in the afternoon, sometimes I do it at night. Sometimes I do it 3 times a day, sometimes I do it twice a day, sometimes I do it once a day, okay? But every single day, I do yoga, 5:55. Every single day, I do yoga, meditation, and mantras. In fact, I have mantras that I say throughout the whole day. I'm not going to say them, okay? I'm not going to say them because they're my mantras. It's kind of a personal thing. But I have it written down on like a card paper. There's like this, you know, that the 3x5 like card papers that you use for like studying in college, the cardstock paper. So I have that, and I have like mantras written down on there, and I keep it in my pocket, or if I don't have a pocket, because today I'm wearing a cute little pink jumpsuit, so there's no pockets in this sucker. I keep it in my bra. And every time I feel it kind of like, I know this sounds weird, but I'm going to say it anyway. Every time I'm doing something active, like exercising or, you know, getting food or something, you'll kind of feel like the paper rub up against your chest. I will pull the paper out, read it, put it back in there. You get what I'm saying? Every time, if you have it in your pocket, then every time you put your hand in your pocket and you feel it, let that be a reminder, you know, pull it out, read it, put it back in your pocket. Do you get what I'm saying? Sometimes I will wear like a rubber band around my wrist, you know, a rubber band, or like a bracelet or something. And every time I look at that bracelet or that rubber band, I will say my mantras, right? Right now, the biggest thing for me is getting my YouTube up and going. So I have like a mantra for that. I have a mantra for, you know, the fact that well, I'm not going to get into all of it, but you guys get what I'm saying. Whatever it is that you're trying to do starts on the inside first. And then once you're able to create that reality on the inside, it then expresses itself on the outside. Is that the way to say it? I may not be saying that right. Okay, another thing that helps that I have really noticed is listening to music that has specific hertz in it, or frequencies as some people may call them. 432 and 528 are my two favorite hertz. 432 is a good one, so it's 528. They both help open the chakras, okay? They both do a lot of things to help with the body heal, all right? Help your DNA heal, help you heal at a cellular level. All right, so I would recommend that as well. Trying to think of what else. Oh, yeah, I do exercise every day now too, okay? So that's another big one. Also, whenever I notice myself saying something bad about myself, I will reframe it. So if I have a tendency, because of how I grew up and the way my mother used to talk to me, I have a tendency of like bad mouthing myself. So I'll be like, I have these like Angie things that I do where I'll go out to the car and I'll forget the keys, right? So I have to come all the way back in the house, look all over for the keys or my purse, or, you know, like I'll go to take the trash out and I'll forget the trash, right? Just like silly stuff like that. And I'll be like, oh my God, how could you be so stupid? And so I stop in that moment and I say, you know what? I am a very intelligent person. I made a mistake and I'm not going to get angry at myself for that. In fact, I'm going to love myself and honor myself, right? So whenever you feel like your mind going into a place of negativity, reframe it. Reframe it. And I reframe it times 5. So if I have one negative thought, I will reframe it with a positive affirmation 5 times, right? So another thing I have is like sometimes I'll be like, oh my God, like I'm so broke, right? Instead of saying, oh my God, I'm so broke, I recognize that within my mind. Stop, honey, stop. I recognize that within my mind and I'll say, oh, you know what? I am so wealthy. I have so much money. I have a bank account full of money. I have infinite money coming to me. You guys get what I'm saying? Reframe it with 5 positive affirmations. Whenever you catch yourself saying something negative, reframe it with 5 positive affirmations, okay? Another thing is like, I've always been one to like really treat my body well. Like I may not have ate the best foods in the past, but I would always like, you know, I always like wear makeup, I do my hair, I wear perfume, I put on lotion 11-11, right? I take really good care of my skin. I take really good care of not just on my face, but like I use really good lotion on my body. And so what I would say to you is if you are not in a habit of taking good care of your body, start getting into a habit of taking good care of your body, right? Start putting that lotion on. Start doing your hair every day. You know, start taking that shower every day. Or even like take a saltwater bath, right? You don't have to take a shower. Take a bath with Epsom salts in it. You guys get what I'm saying? Treat yourself to little things. When you're rubbing lotion on your body, say affirmations of love to your body while you're rubbing the lotion into you. Okay? Trying to think of what else I do. Let's see. When I get 12-12, when I get into negative spaces, I'll always ask myself, like, why am I in this negative space? And, you know, I'm able to consciously pick up on like what has put me into that negative space. And it's usually some sort of negative thinking or some sort of like negative thought, either about myself or a situation that I'm in, right? And so what I will do is I will just sit there and I will reframe it and reframe it and reframe it. Meaning, when I say reframe, I mean reaffirm something positive over and over and over and over and over again until I feel better. Now, another thing I've noticed, I'm not a Reiki master or anything like that, but what I will say is this. When I have a negative thought, I have recognized that not only am I having that negative thought, but usually one of my chakras are closed at the time of having that negative thought. So if I'm having a negative thought about money, okay, I've noticed like my sacral chakra will be closed, for example, right? Please don't move that, honey. It's moving the camera. So what I will do is I will command my chakras to open, you know, right there, as I'm consciously aware of the fact that that is closed. And on top of that being closed, I'm having a negative thought. October, I asked you to stop, please, or I'm going to have to take you in the bedroom. Thank you. Thank you. So I will, right there in that moment, command all my chakras to open. I will call upon universal light to come into my chakras and clear out that negative thought. And then as I'm reaffirming or reframing something positive, I imagine that frame of thought, that thinking, that positive affirmation going directly into whatever chakra it is that is closed and reprogramming the cells and the DNA in that chakra to think, act, and respond differently. Okay, that has had a huge, massive, positive impact on my life. Okay, so with this being said, I hope that it has helped you guys. I send you all the love and positivity in the world, and namaste.